This is the week that I'm going to be writing the bonus scenes.
Got through the first chapter.
I just finished the last big scene right here. Let's see how we do. This is the week that I'm going to be writing the bonus scenes for The Secret Gift. I'm hoping to add actually as much as maybe 10,000 words or more. So it's going to be a big change. And I just actually recorded this video about why I'm making those changes. So I'll link that below if you want to watch it. But in this video, I'm excited to finally begin writing them. Technically, I fiddled with the first 2 pages yesterday and I got super excited. But the reason I think that I got excited is because I actually just changed up my office space. I didn't intentionally do this change for writing, but it's been really inspirational. But the reason that I ended up doing it was actually because I was like, okay, this guest bed has been in Zion's room for 7 months now. It's time for a change. So originally I was like, do I bring my whole office out to this front room? I was like, that's so much work, my bookshelf. So what I ended up doing is I first moved my desk out to the front room, just my desk, and put it in this open corner. And then I brought the guest bed that was in Zion's room over into my office. So I'm still going to use that room, I think, to record. So I had to kind of finagle where would the bed even go, where I could have enough room to like pull out the chair and record a video. And I tested it out and I really love it in there. The light is so good in there. But now I have my desk out in the front room. And the nice thing about that is that I wasn't using my office because I would have to tiptoe past Zion's room while he was sleeping. And I just didn't want to wake him up. And so I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll just work on the couch. But that was not beneficial either because then I was not working. I was very tempted by the TV or by the dishes in the sink or whatever. So having this space out right here has been super motivating and inspirational. I'm already so excited to start working again. I'm just so excited to actually sit down to work for the first time in a couple months now. It's surprisingly helping with my burnout, believe it or not, and giving me that new motivation and excitement about working again. So I can't wait to see what happens. I just didn't realize how important it was to have a dedicated workspace. Let's bring out the laptop and I want to share some of my goals for what I want to add to this book. Bring the prince in sooner, show something shape-shifting that I haven't included yet, a mirror scene or an apple scene, bring in and emphasize the jealousy and the comparison to our friends, bring in more of the friend relationships. And then I'm also planning on hopefully adding another whole scene at the end that's going to be brand new. I don't know exactly what that'll look like yet, but I'm very excited. It'll kind of show like what's coming up next. And like I said, my goal is to add at least 10,000 words. It's gonna be really cool. I can't wait. So right now, Zion is sleeping, but we have a lot going on today, so I don't really know if I'll get a whole lot of work done today. So I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of reading and just accept the fact that it's gonna be a lot slower than I used to edit, and that's fine. Honestly, here's the thing. I have been pushing it off, being like, oh, I don't have enough time. An hour's not enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And so I keep doing something else during a nap and something else and something else and something else. And I keep being like, it's just an hour is not enough time to create. And I've wasted like probably weeks at this point that I could have been working and I probably could have been done by now because I just was like, I don't have time. But the thing is, I just don't have time to do it in a large chunk. I do have tiny, tiny little windows of time that I could have been using. And so I plan on using this newfound, inspiration / motivation that moving things around has given me to really get serious this week and see what happens. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling and try to get some stuff done. But yeah, wish me luck. All right, it's Monday morning. I just dropped Zion off at my mom and dad's house so that she could watch him for a few hours while I try to get some work done. So it's time to write some bonus scenes. Let's do this.
You get everybody staring for days. All they see is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. But there's something you're trying to hide. Something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. No matter how much time it takes.
Got through the first chapter and I forgot to look at exactly what the word count was before I started, but I think I've added about 400 words. I just tweaked things. I also deleted some words because, you know, the cleaner the writing, the better. And I feel really, really good about it. It's such a strong first chapter. I added a tiny bit of fairy tale elements to it. Snow White and the Evil Queen is the inspiration for this one, but I was really struggling because if you look up on like a Google search, what is the Evil Queen's motivation and her desire? You know that she wants to be the most powerful, the most beautiful, the most everything, and that is what drives her to make her choices to shape shift, which is very fitting for this book. What I finally realized is that it doesn't fit. This is not who Jezebel is yet. This is the Evil Queen that she will become in the Stolen Kingdom series. But her origin story is how she gets there, and she isn't that person yet. She's not evil yet. She's still innocent. And so this is the story of how she becomes that. So I don't want to go through and add this piece of her character that she doesn't actually have yet. It's about how she is forming that part of herself throughout the series. I was like, okay, well, if I'm not adding that, then I'll just focus on the more external Easter eggs, like the mirror. And I don't know if an apple's going to show up in the story or not. We'll find out. But the shape-shifting definitely does. Like in the original, she transforms into a hag, and I don't know if that might happen. We'll see. I have an idea. It could be really entertaining and fun. Anyway, I better get back and go see Zion, but that is an update for how it went today, and I'm very excited. If I could do 2 chapters a day, I could finish the book in 5 days, so I could potentially be done this week. We'll see what happens.
Tuesday, August 2nd today. I'm about to start chapter 3. It's Zion's 3rd nap. I don't know how long I have because his morning nap was like only 45 minutes, so I didn't get anything done. And then the next nap was like an hour-ish, so he's teething right now. He popped his first tooth last week and he's already got the second one like any second now. It's gonna pop through, so he's just sleeping a little less. On top of that, I have so many other things that I should be doing. Like I really need to edit a video because I just published one today and that was all I had, and now I have nothing. And so I have a writing vlog to edit, and then I recorded a fun announcement video for next week. And I like to give my patrons, you know, 3+ maybe 4 or 5 days early access minimum. So it's gonna be due like tomorrow or the next day, and I don't have it done. And on top of that, of course, I really should be exercising more, and there's so many other things that I really want to be doing, and there's not enough time. I'm like, you know what, I really want to push through and do these bonus scenes and make them a priority this week, and then maybe hopefully I'll start editing a video tonight. Otherwise I have to prioritize that tomorrow, so I don't know, we'll see how this goes. P.S. I checked, I went back and compared, and I've written about 1,003 words, new words, already in just the first 2 chapters, so that's exciting. It's Friday, August 5th, and Zion's on his 3rd and final nap of the day, and I did end up writing a bunch earlier, but I'm also hoping to write a little bit more. I shouldn't say write, I should say edit. I had to take a couple, I think 2 days off, I think 2 days away. I don't know how much of that was recording, but let me just backtrack. I was able to write today during Zion's 2nd nap, which was 2 hours. It was amazing. I got so much done. I was gonna say I wrote, but technically edited. I edited, aka added a bunch of stuff to chapter 3 and chapter 4. So I like finished the last 6 or something pages of chapter 3, and then chapter 4 was like a super long chapter, 19 pages. So that's not super long, but for me, that's long. And for those of you who are gonna ask me, because I always get asked this question, this is just Microsoft Word. I just zoomed out. Anyway, chapter 5 is also 19 pages. So I don't think I'll get it done during this nap because I doubt Zion will sleep that long this second time around, but I'm gonna see how far I can get because I really wanted to be done this week. Clearly that's not gonna happen, but I think I can make good progress, and who knows, maybe I'll have some time to work tomorrow. No, I don't think so. Saturday, tomorrow, there's a lot going on Sunday, so probably I won't get back to this till Monday, so I just wanna get as far as I possibly can and then just be okay with it. I'm gonna wait and see how far I get, and then when Zion wakes up, I will update you with the final word count for the day, or added words. Okay, I am burnt out, so I'm calling it for the day, but I have officially checked how much I've added since I started writing. Right there, total word count 30,997 words. I've got it almost all the way back up to 31,000. In case I didn't say this, because now I'm thinking maybe I didn't, I deleted like 2,000 something, 2,500 maybe words of the Stolen Kingdom excerpt that would lead to book 1 and a few other things from the back matter. So I gotta make those words back up, and then I still have to add another 10K on top of that. But at this point, it's basically 31,000. I've got at least another 9,000 words to go. And since I started, I've added 2,066 words. So if I did basically 4 chapters and 2,000 words, that's about 500 words a chapter. So my guess is that there's 6 more chapters. They're all really long because that's how I wrote this book apparently. But if I add 500 words a chapter, that's about 3,000 more words, right? So then I would just need to add actual full-on scenes, which I plan to do more towards the end. I've got 2 in mind that should be much more chunky, but I don't know if they're going to get to 6,000 words. And I also do know that I plan to add an excerpt to book 2, a little sneak peek of chapter 1. I don't know what that'll be, maybe 1,000 words max. So yeah. We'll see what happens. Like, I'm not going to add more to the story if it's not necessary, but right now it's been a ton of fun additions, more shifting, more cool explanations of how things work, more description, more of her reacting and taking out some of the telling and making it showing, which always expands things, and that's really fun. So I think so far it's been good, but I do worry a little bit that once I get to the end, I won't quite have made my goal, and I don't want to stretch it. So I guess we'll handle that when we get there. But that's all for today.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy.
We're going on an adventure. We're at a stoplight, so I wanted to update you that we are on the way to bring Zion to Grandma's house so that I can go to a coffee shop and do some writing. And I need to catch up on the bonus scenes because I am extremely behind. Extremely.
Hi, yes, good job. There you go. I'm sitting on my kitchen floor with this little dude, kind of defeated. We went all the way to Grandma's house. Yeah. Yes, we did. And then she got a phone call that she'd been exposed to. I ended up helping my grandma move back to her place. She'd been staying with them for a bit. And Zion was just gonna nap. I put him in the crib. I was gonna go help my grandma move all her stuff back to her place so she could kind of be separate from them for a bit. This little dude was like, no, I don't want to sleep. Why would I sleep when there's stuff going on? So he was screaming, threw up on me, so I had to change my shirt when I got home. And yeah, it's just been kind of a catastrophe morning, right, Penny? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So we're just hanging out on the kitchen floor. And I didn't get any work done. I didn't do a thing. All right, it is the end of nap number 3, and I don't think I added that much more, but I finished chapter 5 officially. I think I added another 200 words there, something fun, a little bit of something something. I think that makes a total of just under 1,000 words added today. In other news, before I go get Zion, I also wanted to share that I talked to my beta readers today, and they're excited to read, so I'm super excited to send them this book. I told them the end of the week, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, but by next week at the latest, I'm going to send this book to them just to make sure everything that I've changed is good. I have the navigation pane up on the side. Check out my formatting video if you want to know how this works, but I'm in chapter 5, right? I just finished it, and there's 10 chapters total. So in theory, halfway, but page 112 out of 184. So that just tells me that my plan to add quite a bit more to the second half, I'm adding at least 1 or 2 big scenes in here and a really big scene at the end. He's talking. That just tells me that that's going to actually balance out the book a lot more, and that, I mean, I've obviously been adding a lot to the beginning so far already. I think I've hit over 4,000 words added, but this will also balance out the end of the book. So 72 pages to go, but I also want to add quite a few, so we'll see what happens. Okay, don't mind the shirt change. I decided to come back to the book after I put Zion to bed because Molson wasn't home yet, and now he just got home. So it looks like I'm at 32,283 words now. So I added just somewhere around, I forget what it was exactly, somewhere around 300 more words. And I am about 6 pages into chapter 6 with 9 pages, I think, left to go. I'm a little bit stuck on this one thing because I'm like, which direction do I want to go? I feel like this is where I'm going to start adding a lot more. So I think it's a good place to stop and sit and think on it, especially since Molson is home now. So I'm going to call it a night, get back to it tomorrow. As long as I do 2 chapters a day, I should be able to finish by the end of the week. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I wasn't even going to turn the camera on because I was like, I don't think I added more than maybe 15 or 20 words. And I thought I only got through a few pages. But I just did the math and I've added 489 words somehow. That was at the tail end of a nap earlier, and then the rest of the day was just a nightmare. Zion fell and bumped his head and it just broke my heart. After he finished crying, I had a good cry. So I could technically keep going right now. I should keep going right now. I think I'm just gonna go read a book. I just need a emotional pick-me-up and come back to it tomorrow. But I finished, let's see here, where am I? Page 121 out of 186 now. Looks like right about halfway through chapter 6. So I better take this. Just put Zion down for his second nap and I'm coming back to it. Chapter 6, turns out, funny enough, is now about 19 pages as well, since I added a bunch of pages during Zion's last nap. So now, I don't want to show you too close, but you can see there's this big chunk that I want to review again and come back to. And then I'm currently right about somewhere in here, so I've got 3 pages left before moving on to chapter 7. I wrote about 850 words. I also deleted some words, so I don't know the exact number, but something around 850, which is awesome. So my total is just under 32,000 right now, about 8,000-ish to go. This is gonna be my lunch today. Sacrifices, right? If you prioritize one thing, something else has to go. I just decided I want to use these stickers to write down all the progress that I've done so far, because I've been tracking in my email and like totaling up, I think every day. So I think I can figure it out and add it to my little calendar here. 1,476 words on the second. Final word count for the 5th, 2,066 words. Total added on the 10th was 1,289 words. I'm using all the red ones. I added 489 words yesterday. And then should I do today's? I'll put a blank sticker for today, but so far it looks like just under 1,000 words. That is very motivating. Let's see what I can do. Somebody's passed out. I was about to show you Zion passed out too, but then I turned on the monitor and he is up. So that's awesome. He just gave me 2 whole hours to write and I got so much done. I added another 289 words for a total of 1,230 words so far. I'm in the middle of chapter 7, 140 pages out of now 192. And it's really fun. I'm having so much fun. I really, really like what I've just added, but I'm also very excited about the scenes that I plan to add, and I just want to keep going, but it'll be good to have a break. So I'll check back in when we get to nap number 3. Okay, it's 5:30. I gotta go wake Zion up so that he goes to bed tonight. But I just finished chapter 8, which means I only have 2 chapters left. And I wrote officially today 1,893 words. And my total for the entire document is now 34,366 words. So 5,500 words to go and 2 more chapters. But these are going to be the 2 chapters where I add the most. So this next one, chapter 9, is going to have a very large scene added that I really want to go into a lot of detail on. I think it's going to be really powerful and make the ending way stronger. And then the next chapter, chapter 10, has a pretty quick ending. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of dive into the middle and basically write a whole nother scene and then have the ending the way that it is, but it'll be more powerful because we'll have seen where she goes. I'm trying to like share these details without actually sharing them. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, I better go get Zion. But today went really, really well. Let's write it on the sticker. 1,893 words. Whoops, I already put the blank one on and I forgot. So I'll just put that on tomorrow. Shoot, I just realized I'm supposed to meet a friend tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll be writing tomorrow, and I almost never work on Sundays, so I might not finish this book tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then Monday. That's a weird angle, but whatever. Last night it stormed, and I don't sleep very well during thunder and lightning storms, so I was like, you know what, I'll just get up for a couple minutes, and I sat down here in front of my computer, and I wrote almost 1,000 words, and I wrote my first full brand new scene, something with the prince, and he's gonna have a few more brand new scenes. I think some of them smaller, this one was bigger, and then I'm finally getting to the other two really big scenes, and I know what they are, and I think I'm gonna definitely make it to 40,000 words. Can you hear her feet? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I updated my total here for today, 2,588 words. Yesterday, I mean, not today. And then I am gonna try to do a little bit today as well, and we'll see how far I get, because I have a friend coming over for a couple hours, and I'm just gonna see how far I can get. Even if I somehow manage to get all the way through the document, I still want to come back and review some of the bigger chunks that I've added and make sure I still like them in a couple of days, because I think that editing step is very important. But so far, I love them. I love them. I got my little penny girl here with me. Zion is sleeping, and I've got maybe like 30 minutes, but I have to tell myself I can get a lot done in 30 minutes, because I tend to be like, it's a waste of time. I might as well not try. But no, let's see how we do. All right, somebody's up. It is about 1:15, and I am now at 35,000, almost 36,000 words. Wow. And 179 pages out of 200. And while I will not show you what's on the screen here, let me just say that I've written another like 3 or 4 pages of brand new stuff with the prince again, in case you're curious, and it's super fun. And so now we have 11 chapters instead of 10, and I have a feeling there's going to be 12 by the time I get through to the end. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have 1 nap left, but for now I have to take a little break, go hang out with this cutie pie. Okay, it's 9 p.m. Mosen had to work late, and I was like, that's okay, because I really need to work also. But he should be home any minute, and I'm exhausted, so I think I'm gonna call it for the night. But I have not worked this many hours, at least not on a book, since before Zion was born. Literally every time he's been asleep, I've been working on it, and I'm loving it. Such crazy hair, but I'm just in it now. I'm so close to the end, and I know exactly what I want to do, but like not exactly at the same time. Like I want to make it just right and perfect, so I'm just playing with pieces and trying things. But anyway, here's the stats. I have 36,875 words now, so almost 37K. That's a total of, let's do the sticker, 1,814 words today so far. I'm on page 193 out of 213 now, in the middle of what is now chapter 12 out of 13. And I do think I'm going to end up going back and splitting up some of the other chapters, because I just really like shorter chapters personally, and I'm sure that I can find some what I call mini cliffhangers. And I just, looking back, I was like, every single chapter in this book was like 19 or 20 pages, which is weird for me. I'm usually more around, I don't know, 10-ish or less or more. I don't have a set number, and I don't think you need to, because every chapter needs what it needs, but I definitely feel like I could find places to split up a few of them. I'm kind of living in the future compared to the vlogs you guys are seeing. So like I just put out the vlog about how I was dealing with imposter syndrome and just having a hard time feeling like a good writer, and right now I've just literally worked my way out of that by sitting down and just doing it and having fun and seeing how good it can be. And so I feel like the total opposite of that right now. You know how writing is a roller coaster, and creating in general is a roller coaster, so I'm on a high. I will update you again whenever I next get a chance to write. It is the end of the day on Sunday, about almost 7 o'clock. So I'm about to go back and hang out with my husband and Zion, and then help put him to bed in about 30 minutes or so. But very excited. Sorry, there's a glare. Very excited to say we are now at 38,516 words. And that's about 1,641 new words today, which is very impressive considering I haven't been home for most of the day. I wrote very early this morning, first nap around 8, and then during his last nap around 4, I think it was. And then now Mosin has been watching Zion for, I want to say maybe 40 minutes ish, while I just I had so many ideas. I was like, I gotta get these out. Are you okay watching him? I need to go. And I'm almost done with this huge bonus scene that I added at the end, and it's really, really good. And then I have to go back and write the very last bonus scene, which is the one that I'm still stuck on. I've been brainstorming it, 3 different possibilities, but I kind of feel like they're not all quite right, so I'm going to keep thinking about it. It'd be so nice if I could finish tonight, because tomorrow I'm supposed to send out a newsletter, edit a video, record another video if possible to get ready for the cover reveal, create the questions for my beta readers, and then send the book to them. And I do have to go back through some notes that I put in the book where it was like, review this, review this, review this. Anytime I added a big chunk, I wanted to make sure that I gave it one more read through before I send it out, so that's going to take a while. I'm going to add the blurbs to all 3 books on Goodreads for the video that's coming out on Tuesday, and I got to plan a giveaway and set up the cover reveal sign up. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's going so well. Mosin is going to hang out with his brother so that I can keep working, because I just really want to get this done tonight if possible. We'll see. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I just realized you can't really see the screen though. Let's see here. So you can see I highlighted chapter 13 there. Chapter 12 is only 3 pages because that's where the last final bonus scene is going to be added in. But I was looking at chapter 13 and I wrote so much that it's now 19 pages and it's not even done yet. Like, I'm still continuing to write more of the bonus scene there. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to put a page break in right here. Then I'm going to merge the chapter 13 back in there like that. And I'm going to put a little note to myself here with the comment feature to come back to this and piece it together, since I'm merging that part of the chapter into the previous chapter, if that makes sense, and I still have to write that scene anyway. And now chapter 12, which again still needs a bonus scene, so it's not done, but at least now it is 7 pages, it looks like. And chapter 13, if I zoom out a little further here, is now 15 pages instead of 19, and I am still adding to it, so it's definitely going to be a long one. All right, do you have a cup? Can we cheers? Here's to finishing this. We got this. Oh my gosh, I look like a floating head. It's 9 p.m. Again, it's actually 9:17 p.m. And we're about to crash because we're both exhausted. Total words added today was 2,215 words. And I still need to, again, come back and write just a couple more 100 words tomorrow, then go through and review all my notes, and then I'll be done. So I will come back and give you the final word count tomorrow. Good morning. We're in the final stages. I'm whispering because Zion's still sleeping and I want him to keep going, hopefully. But I just checked how much I've written of this last scene, and it says 863 words. That's the highlighted stuff you see there. So I'm just about to cross over 40K. And it's not done yet, so I might have to use the next nap to finish, and then I also need to, of course, get it ready to send to my betas. I'm going to get it out by the end of the day, but I also have other things I need to do, so hopefully sooner than that. He's up, and I swear he's starting to crawl because I put him down at the bottom of the crib, and every time he wakes up I find him at the top with his head smashed into the top of it. But I just finished the last big scene right here. This is not everything I just wrote. This is just the entire new scene. It's about 2,225 words. Then I have to go back through all these comments on the side here. We might still add a few more words, but we are officially at 40,733 words. Woo! I made it. I can't believe it. I really didn't know if I was gonna make it. I thought for sure I wasn't going to, and now I'm past it, and it's still growing. I'm gonna go get this cutie, feed him, and then I think we're gonna go for a walk until the next nap. All right, I'm gonna leave all the notes where it's like come back and review, because I don't just want to decide that they're good. I want to hear what betas think. And then when I come back to edit in the next round, I want to make sure I still like them, read them again. So I'm leaving all of them there so I remember where they are. I also went and I started splitting up the first 6 chapters, so now it's 12 instead. And you might be like, why did you do that? Well, first of all, when I checked the word count, most of them had been over 4,000 words, which equals roughly about 20 pages for each chapter or more. There was one that was 24 pages. And so I just broke them up, and it ended up working out really great because I would go to roughly like page 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there, roughly in the middle, and I would start looking for mini cliffhangers, essentially any line that would make the reader ask a question. If I ended there, they'd ask, wait, what happens next? Because that is essentially the key ingredient to making somebody enjoy a story, is if they want to know what happens next, right? So I found really awesome little mini cliffhangers throughout all the first 6 chapters, and now I'm just gonna really quick go through and change all of these. I just have to click on this. Let me zoom out a little further. I don't want you to be able to read anything, but basically I can just come over to this side pane here and click on it, and it will take me right to it. And then I can just change it right there like this. And in case you're curious, this is not Scrivener, this is just Microsoft Word, but if you go to the View tab right here at the top, there's this navigation pane. That's what I have open here, and you can click on these different tabs to see all the pages, or specifically the chapters if you write in a formatted document, and also all of the notes that you leave yourself or someone else leaves you are located here on this side. I like to have the navigation pane open to see where I'm at. If you want to know more about like how I write in Word, I got this video, and then also if you want to know how I write in a formatted document like this gorgeous thing, I have this formatting series. But I'm just going to quick double check everything, all my notes and the remaining chapter lengths, to make sure everything is good to go. And then as long as it is, I'm going to copy paste it into a Google Doc and send it to my beta readers, and also put together a quick list of questions that I want to ask them. And I'm going to make a quick little note at the beginning for them, like, hey, this is what I'm hoping you'll look out for as you read, and then a little questionnaire that I'll put at the end for them to fill out and let me know their final thoughts on some things after they've read the whole story. If you're curious about my updated beta reader process, I have this video all about that, and I'll link that below as well so you can check it out. After I get all that done and it's officially sent off to betas, I will come back and tell you the final word count. I just had a mini heart attack. The monitor blinked on. He somehow turned all the way around. Yeah, he's definitely about to start crawling. Wow. Well, good news is I just finished. I just added a little bit more to the end. I just split up all the chapters. Let me show you. We are now officially at 21 chapters, which is a much better reflection of the book as a whole. Now I'm gonna just zoom way out and grab the end right here and go all the way to the top. Control C to copy, make a new Google Doc, and Control V to paste. There we go. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at all that. That's crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the title there at the top. And then I also want to add a little comment to the betas like I mentioned. One second. There we go. So I just have a quick note about, I'm going to have a questionnaire at the end. Here's the things to look for. Here's why I want you to look for those things. Add that. Click the share button right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and give my beta readers access by adding them to the document. I still have to create the questionnaire, which I do in the Google Forms option. And again, you can watch my beta reader video if you want to know more about how I do that. I promised you I would close out this vlog by sharing the final word count. So are you ready? Okay, here it is. We are at 40,978 words, and also 244 pages in the paperback in this current formatting. Whew, how crazy is that? I am so excited for you guys to read it. And by the time you see this vlog, I will have to have a release date. So I'm gonna flash that on the screen here to reveal, along with the blurbs, which you can go read. If you'd like to know more about these books, you can go check them out on Goodreads. I'll link it below. So exciting. I really hope you guys are as excited about this book as I am. I'm gonna go hang out with this little dude now because he is clearly running away. And I will talk to you guys again very soon.
Alert, alert!
It's coming. I'm so excited.
Hello!
Did you hear the news?
Everyone!
In this video, we have a cover reveal. Okay, in all seriousness, I am going to reveal a cover in this video.
and all